Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Tech Talk with Gary. How y'all doing today? So today I'm filming from my office here at S&S Investigations and Securities. That's why you guys see that in the background. Today we're doing a review on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Check it out. It's a beauty. Look at it. So we're going to open this up. We're going to show you everything. We're going to go through the device a little bit and kind of the features that are coming along with it so that you guys can make a decision if you guys are wanting to buy the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I went ahead and got the space gray. I know a lot of people are going with the midnight green, the dark green one. Wasn't really something I wanted to go with, so let's take a look at it. 256 gigabytes. We'll open it up and look at it. Alright guys, here we go. So we're going to open this up. Let's take a look and see what we got inside. Alright. Ooh-wee! Look at that. Beauty. Like how it's got a matte finish to it. It's got glass, but it's also matte. And if you notice in the camera, it's got the new 3-piece camera there. Man, these cameras are awesome, man. I'll tell you, I'll get into the features on the cameras here in a little bit. But just looking at it right outside of the box, got a nice matte finish to it. Got the stainless steel bezel along the edge. So let's see, before we get too far into the camera, we're going to go into some of the accessories that come with the camera and take a look at it and see what we got, okay? So right out the box, we got the manual, the instructions, stickers. I hear a lot of people talking about how they wish the stickers came in color. For me, I don't really care too much, but manuals are right there. And then also the SIM card pick here, so that you can install your SIM card. We have the ear pods. And then the good thing about iPhone, the new iPhone 11 Pro Max, is that this comes with a fast charger. So now Apple is giving a fast charger with the new iPhones. It's awesome. It's beautiful because supposedly you can charge your phone in 30 minutes. You can get 50% battery charge. So this is USB-C to Lightning cable that comes with it, and that'll be the fast charge for your phone. We'll test that out later. Maybe in another video we'll do a review on it, take a look at it and see how it goes. It's also got wireless charging, so we'll take a look at that later. So let's put this back. Put this in the box, and I'm gonna move that over to the side for now. So the iPhone 11 Pro Max, I'm excited to see this. The new iPhone, let's turn this on, man. Got our power button here. There we go. So a little bit about the new iPhone. It's got a Super Retina XDR display. Okay, it's got 800 nits of brightness. Okay, but if you guys are going to watch videos in HDR, you can view HDR content on this. It goes up to 1200 nits of brightness. It's also got a 2,000,000:1 contrast ratio. Really good video, really good brightness. I mean, it's an awesome phone to go with. Just some of the features that I've been reading up on and looking at this phone are just phenomenal. Now, the one thing that iPhone did do away with, or that Apple did do away with on this phone, was the 3D touch. Okay, but they have the haptic feedback on it, so you guys can see the haptic feedback. You'll be able to feel the haptic feedback as well. So let's start with the back of the device. So the back of the device, if you noticed, first things first is that the logo actually got moved down. So they had the logo up in the middle, up higher before, and now they've moved the logo down. Okay, it's got a matte finish to it. It's got a real nice matte finish. It's got a glossy camera module. So the camera module here is glossy, but it's all still one piece. So it's not like this piece will be replaced or this piece will be replaced and you can't fix that. So it's all one module. It's all together. The glass on the iPhone 11, they are saying that is the strongest glass that has ever been on the iPhones before. So I'm personally not going to test that. As much money as I've paid for this, I'm not going to throw it against the wall and find out if the glass is strong or not. just let me know in the comments down below if it's true and you want to test it out on yours. Okay, it's got a stainless steel frame. So as opposed to the iPhone 11, which has got an aluminum frame, this one has a stainless steel frame on it. It also is IP68 water and dust resistant. So you should be able to drop this in about 4 meters of water, and you should be able to be good for about 30 minutes or so is what they were telling us. Okay. Now on the back to the camera, it's got a triple camera setup. It's really awesome. It's really cool. I can't wait to test it out, give it a try, and see how it works out. Okay, the primary camera on this camera is used for all your main photos and videos. Okay, it's got optical image stabilization. It's got an f1.8 aperture on it. Okay, really good features, really nice camera. Also, all these cameras have 12 megapixel. So it's going to be a really good image for you to be able to see. The second camera on it has telephoto. Okay, it's a telephoto camera. It's good for portrait photos. It's got 2x optical zoom on it. f2.0 aperture. It lets more light in. So with that 2.0 aperture, it's going to allow more light in. Also has optical image stabilization in it, and it's used more for portrait shots. Okay. Now the third camera is the ultra wide lens. So on the ultra wide lens, it's got an f2.4 aperture on it. It's 120 angle view on that camera. So it's a really good angle on that camera. I mean, why don't they make all smartphones like this? Why doesn't every smartphone have a 120 angle lens on it? Okay, so back to some of the camera features. So the camera on the new iPhone is supposed to have night mode on it, so you should be able to shoot a video in the dark or shoot a picture in the dark and be able to get a decent picture that's going to absorb some of the light in the environment and put it into that picture. It's got multiple exposures for better low light images. You can also shoot up to 4K 60 frames per second. It's got extended dynamic range on all the cameras. And it photo captures outside of the frame. So if you shoot a picture with the regular camera, with the first camera that I explained to you, what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to go back later and you can actually see a wider image of it. Another cool thing is whenever you shoot these pictures from, you shoot a picture and you zoom out further out, it's got audio zoom. So it's supposed to be able to capture that audio further out, the further out you zoom. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so now let's go to the front facing camera. Let's look down at the, I don't know about y'all, but I like to leave my plastic on the phone for a little bit. It just makes me feel better. Okay, so the front facing camera, the cool feature about the front facing camera, it is a 7 megapixel portrait mode camera. Okay, but when you turn the phone sideways to snap a picture like this in selfie mode, it is a 12 megapixel photo. So the quality of the photo is going to be really good. Okay, it's got an f2.2 aperture. You can shoot in 4K as well. A wider front facing camera. And remember, one thing that Apple come out with, this new deal that they started calling it, is now they have slow-fies. Slow-fies, so front-facing cameras where you can shoot in slow-mo. Okay, it's going to be a really cool thing to check out. Okay, now they also improved the Face ID sensor. It's supposed to be 30% faster. So whenever you go to unlock your phone, and you should be able to have the phone laying right on the table and look at it from an angle and be able to unlock your phone pretty good. So it's got a 30% increase on it, 30% better. Okay, so on the front of the camera, the earpiece, now they've created these new iPhones to support Dolby Atmos. It's supposed to be Dolby Atmos supported. Okay, now Apple is not new to Dolby Atmos. They've had it in the past, but Dolby Atmos is supposed to be supported on this phone now. It's supposed to be a lot better and improved. So the earpiece acts as one of the speakers, and then if you look at the bottom here, we've also got speakers on the bottom. Okay, what they did is they added something called spatial audio. So spatial audio is supposed to give you a lot clearer sound. You're supposed to be able to hear, whenever watching a movie, hear the gunshots coming from this side and coming from this side, hear wheels turning from this side and this side. So you're supposed to be able to get a full theater experience with the phone. So we'll check it out and see how it works. Moving over to some of the buttons, if you notice on the right side, we have the power button here. Over on the left side, we've got the mute switch. We have the volume buttons. Oh, and over on the right side, I forgot there, we've got the SIM card tray. Okay, so some of the internals about the iPhone. Let's go over some of the internals. Apple come out with the new A13 Bionic chip. It's an improvement to the old A12 chip. Okay, it's supposed to be 20% faster than the A12, and it consumes up to 30% less power. Okay, what that means for the graphics card, also the GPU is also 20% faster, up to 40% more power efficiency, which means it's giving you more battery life. Okay, on the battery life, it's supposed to give you up to 5 hours more than the XS Max. 5 hours more than the XS Max. Just think about that for a while. That's a lot of battery life for an iPhone. Okay, now the one thing that I do notice about the iPhone is a little bit heavier. I can't remember what the exact weight was on it. It is a little bit heavier, but they're making up for it by giving us longer battery life. The A13 Bionic chip increasing some of the features on the inside of it. So yeah, it's a little bit heavier, but I think that we're going to be okay with that. Okay, the iPhone also comes with iOS 13 right out of the box. iOS 13 has a bunch of features that you can look into, and we can do another video on it later if you guys are interested in that. But one of the features that I like myself is dark mode. So when you're laying in bed at night, you can turn your phone into dark mode. It's easier on the eyes when you're laying in bed in the darkness. It's just a lot better to work with the phone that way. Okay, now the iPhone 11 Pro Max, they start off at 64 gigabytes. So you can get them at 64 gigabytes, 256, or 512 gigabytes. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the unboxing for the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I want you guys to let me know what you think, what features you like, if there's anything else, any other content you would like me to upload with the new iPhone, if you'd like me to shoot a couple videos with the phone itself and upload them. Let me know in the comments. Drop a comment down below, hit like, hit subscribe, and also I want to give a shout out to South Coast Welding Academy. You can see I'm wearing their hat here. Those guys, I want to give good shout outs to them. We just did a project for them. As you know, I work for S&S Investigations and Security, and we just did a security system for them at their facility that they moved into, I think about 1.5 years ago. So we're hooking them up and just giving them some shout outs. All right, shout outs to Alan over at South Coast. I'll see you guys on the next one.